Alright, it is time to get things started for tonight. It's later than I normally do, but I need this. So, gonna start with a bit of a tour of how my island has progressed, because it's been a hot minute, and things have kind of grown. Starters, my cabin has been renovated a couple times. Oh, also, I have a tiny, salty asshole following me around. Yes. I've got 2 workshops down here. I've got 2 granaries up here. Bathhouse here. 3rd workshop there, primarily because I just didn't have anywhere else to put it. I've got a tree fort over here.
NANI?!
And I've got my pasture with all my livestock. These guys are new additions today, as is this guy. I've also named everything with themes. I think it's post Endwalker, I think. Because, like, I remember Tataru mentions, after, defeating Endwalker's boss is when she got this island for you. Which also, again, Tataru just buys you an island. Yeah. So, my sheep are named after hair metal bands. We've got Mr. Big, Bon Jovi, Motley Crue, and of course, the black sheep, Evanescence. Meanwhile, these guys are named after noodles, because they've got the little noodle arms. We've got rigatoni, ramen, and I haven't named that one yet. I need to name that one. Like, I'm leaning towards ravioli for him. And my chocobo? My chocobo are in the Yakuza. We've got Saejima, Kiryu, Majima, and Ichiban. Yakisoba is a good idea, because that's actually a noodle, and ravioli, while being a pasta, is not actually a noodle. Yes. I also have 3 levels of garden now. And I've got a windmill to tilt at over here. And I specifically say to tilt at because it is a quixotic windmill. Like, it is specifically quixotic. Corn section of... Yes, actually. Like, buffalo sauce and sriracha are side by side in the Oriental foods aisle. Yes. That's how my island is coming along. Actually, I need to check something here. How we doing here? For some reason, there will be times when stuff just gets taken out of the queue for some reason. That all works. Want more bronze sheep? I have insufficient materials. That's why. Okay, never mind. I will... Okay, so... I need to figure out what I need to do, or want to do for next season, then. Yeah... It's a thing. Anyway. Oh, also... I am in my Yakuza 3 Kiryu look. Because... reasons. Anyway. Let's go talk to La Habrea. The fucking nerd. So... Because we've got shit to raid. Modernistic look. I mean, down here, sriracha is literally as exotic as it gets. Like, that aisle has sriracha sauce, soy sauce, the instant ramen, and then it goes straight into coffee. Okay. Alright, La Habrea, you fucking nerd. I like to think that La Habrea, Elidibus, and Eric were just down here for a couple weeks, standing in silence while I went off and did other shit. Eric Thenios appears to have a deep trust in you, and Elidibus tells me you share some relation to Azum. Your unusual ether does not mark you as a familiar. It is unlike anything I have seen, even among the countless concepts I have observed. Oh shit. The nerd sees through us. To think that I would encounter an existence I could not create by my own hand. Azum never ceases to surprise. I like just the casual hand on hip. It's just like, yeah, I do cease to surprise, huh? The previous Azum was much the same. In taking the entirety of the star into consideration, he came to hold dear emotions and people that a more logical mind would have discarded. Made her act in her own self-interest more often than not. Just as you and Elidibus have conducted yourselves in this matter. The true danger of Asm's nature is its tendency to infect all those she comes into contact with. So you're saying I corrupted Elidibus? Good. A fucking nerd. I love the little smirk. Emmett Silk said much the same. God. Everyone talking about Asm like they're not here, and I'm just standing here like, wow. I was kind of a badass. Trust that I shall do naught that would violate my duty. And yet you so frivolously invoked your authority as emissary to justify this little excursion. It matters little, however. Only your deeds can speak for you now. You wish to know more of Abyssos, I take it. Although I no longer have control over many of its functions, I can yet sense what creations lie within. The chief keywords reach is far indeed. Well then, what do we have to look forward to? I sense no creations of note. Perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation. Or perhaps they have been transferred to the deeper circles. Bleh. Yet Hephaestus would never allow you safe passage. He has left a trial for you to overcome. I speak of hegemony, I guess. Hegemony? Hegemony. I'm gonna go with hegemony. Elidibus has been retroactively added to the harem, yes. Although her presence is stained with marks of corruption, it is unmistakable. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with a highly logical mind. While I can sense those qualities within her still, there is something else at work. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that's because she's already been twisted into a Hemetheus, whatever that is, doubtless against her will. Ione, Themis, we must rescue her from that cruel fate. If we cannot, we can at least seal her away until we find a means to undo the damage. Ooh, interesting. Your allies make you bold, Erechthonius. I very much look forward to seeing how far they carry you. Okay. You give me 1 second, I've got phone calls. Okay, I am back. So, I should probably, real quick, explain a couple things. If you've been in the Discord, you'd probably noticed that one of my mods, Tyro, has had some pretty severe health issues recently. But that was Tyro on the phone, and he's doing a lot better. So, like, he got a liver transplant a lot earlier than he expected, and he is on the road to recovery. So, I figured talking to him was kind of important for just a little bit. So yeah. Anyway, get queued up. Wait, that's Savage Raids. Oops. Queued up. All right. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Like, I think he said the transplant was, or went through it at the end of August. But he is doing better, and he is recovering. So. Anyway. Okay. What does the description for, like, it just, oh, never mind. Queued up already. Alright. What kind of nonsense do we have waiting for us here? I'm not sure I like how the wing was pulsating there. Well, I mean, of course I'm gonna get a banger. Soken is incapable of anything else. What? Okay. I have zero idea of what to expect, but that doesn't look good. Oh. Okay, that was a quick start up. Holy shit. Oh, I almost stepped into that. I'm sure that's fine. Doesn't look fine, but... Aw. What happens if I turn this way? Aha! Interesting! That's a mechanic that I really dig. This really is a banger. Good lord. Skill exchange. Just trying to figure out. Oh, what? Ah, tricky, tricky. So, this should be safe. Nope. Okay. Oh. Pop a shield so I don't fucking die. Okay, so this should be fine, maybe? Okay, I didn't realize she had started spinning. Heck. I'm honestly shocked I haven't died yet, to be perfectly honest. Right here should be safe. Good. Okay. Almost there. There we go. I am shocked and amazed I got through that fight without dying. A parasite of the tongue. Oh! Thanks, I hate it. Alright, see what we got for loot. Eat on everything. If I get something, I get something. If I don't, I don't. Okay, I got something. I got the gauntlets. Neat. Alright. Okay, I'm giving Greglard the commendation just because that's a great name. Alright. We've won! The keyword is sealed away and alive this time. Brea can't deny us now. Okay. Games, give me the might. Our plan was a success, although I hardly need to tell you that. Hegemony has been sealed away. Now you have no choice but to admit the merit in our methods. You have the right of it. I am not so petty as to deny the achievements of those I've squabbled with, no matter how strongly we disagree. Moreover, this being, aether as thin as retreating mist, unable to wield creation magics, yet powerful enough to subdue a Hemetheus, has made this ordeal far more interesting. Then we have leave to continue. As for that, there is one among you whose very presence puts the others at risk. Would be best to proceed without him, for failure would have consequences that reach far beyond pandemonium. And of whom do you speak? A warder who cannot even conduct his duty without aid. In this place, hope alone is not enough to overcome what awaits you. A single misstep will send all to their doom. So long as we each do our part and look to the allies by our side, even a neophyte can upraise his companions. That's something that Ione and Themis taught me. I do not wish to express any bias. I am inclined to agree. If my investigation has made anything clear, it is that we are together greater than the sum of our parts. And hope has brought us this far. It drives us to seek the right path, and to act before that path lies close to us. Then tell me, what is it you hope for? To see Hephaestus in chains. That's the surest way to prevent further sacrifices. I am aware that destroying Pandemonium would rid us of him, but the cost is far too great. And I admit, I wish to know what he how he means to resurrect Athena. There we have it. You must leave this place at once, and do not think to set foot in Pandemonium again. You are capable, that much is plain, yet Hephaestus cannot be suffered to live, and I shall not allow this talk of resurrection to poison mine or anyone else's mind. Life flows in a cycle, this is known. All souls return to the underworld, and Athena's is no exception. She has likely found a new vessel and a new journey to embark upon. Cannot be ignorant to the folly of Hephaestus' words. Even were he to breathe life into a body, the soul contained within would not be your mother's. What if our knowledge is imperfect? What if Hephaestus has discovered something that no one else has? He knows all that you do, understands the bitter reality of the world. He wouldn't pursue the impossible. Think, Erithonius. I have already explained that he is merely my twisted reflection. Is it worth bringing back your mother if it means others are used and discarded like tools? Worth it? See her once more? Now, you measure the worth of your colleagues' lives? What a foolish braying... What was that foolish braying about saving them? Merely performance to hide your childish devotion to your mother. Please, such barbs will get us nowhere. We should first discuss... You would call me a fool? You who murdered your wife in service of your ambition? For the sake of the star, no doubt. I can hear it again. The voice inside my head. I know who to follow. Hephaestus, father. Mother, I love you so, and this voice will guide me to you. No, listen not. Listen not, Erithonius. Don't know who that distant voice is. Apologies taught me that a calm heart stays the course. I could never even grasp the rudder. Well, shit. Well then. The worst man in the world makes a good point. Yup. Hephaestus is cunning despite his warped mind.
Oh my god!
Yes. Very much that. Whatever took the hold of Erithonius, it made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage simmering below the surface. It was but a matter of time until it spilled forth, and that was when he fell into the spell's embrace. The magic woven with such skill that Erithonius himself failed to notice until it was too late. If this is the measure of Hephaestus' power, it is no use. Then the other keywords had little chance to resist it. It was no use. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperos. Doubtless Hephaestus' magics fed his admiration and envy until there was room for naught else in his heart. And there was something else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another? Yeah, a distant voice, as it were. As I thought, someone was trying to warn Erithonius, but whom? Could it have been one of the keywords? Alas, their warning arrived too late. I had already provoked Erithonius past the point of no return. I bear the burden for this failure. In my stubbornness, I could but scorn the boy. Hephaestus knew that. And now I dread to think of the ordeal that awaits him due to my rashness. There is yet time to save him. We can easily regain control of Abyssus, giving us a firm foothold from which to brave Pandemonium's lowest level. The enemy is within reach. Just as with Hesperos, Erithonius is in danger of being consumed by Hephaestus' spell. However, I have faith that he will not easily lose sight of himself. The way forward is clear, La Brea. Pray, tell us all you know of what we shall find beyond Abyssus. I can only assume one more keyword lies in wait. The deepest level of Pandemonium is called Tartarus, and your passage shall be challenged not only by a keyword. Hephaestus has laid traps in every corner of its halls. We have no hope of surviving far past the threshold. That, I expect, is where Ione shall shine. Her dissolute ether shall allow her to slip through the traps unimpeded. We saw it when Hephaestus had no effect, and doubtless even he has yet to devise a countermeasure. Then time is of the essence. Hephaestus is already well aware that you can match a keyword in battle. He will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure. Agreed. Clarity will be indispensable to our success, and I'm afraid I must insist upon it ere we depart. We have yet to discern to what end Hephaestus would use Erithonius. If you know, I would ask that you enlighten us. And then there's the matter of Athena. Why do you so fiercely rebuke Erithonius' feelings for his mother? While I understand the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anathema, you act as if grief over her passing could be equally so. How are we to grapple with what plagues our friend and drives our foe if you refuse to acknowledge it? I do acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel it still greater pain. Let's see. You mean to protect Eric, so instead of being honest, you bicker like a child, and so you drove your own son over the edge. Instead of being honest, you bicker like a child? How dare you? Oh, I dare. I have dared many, many times before, La Brea, you fucking nerd. Oh, you are right. Blame for Ecthonius' fate rests squarely on my shoulders. Very well. I shall lay bare the truth, but only after the foe before us has been laid low. The remaining keyword is Agdistus. What? How the fuck are you supposed to pronounce that? I'm gonna call her Angie. Because I'm bad at pronunciation, so she is now Angie. It is spelled Agdistis. Agdistis. It is exactly like what the fuck is exactly my reaction. So she is now Angie. She has served in Pandemonium since its inception, and her affinity for magic is peerless even among the keywords. Hephaestus knows that losing her would mean the end of his experiments. He has hidden her in a space unreachable by conventional means. Agdistus. Okay. I'm still going to call her Angie. Your presence makes a mockery of such barriers. Scarcity of your ether means it will be trivial to send you directly to Angie. We shall approach as closely as caution will allow. We know where the battle will commence, so I do not anticipate difficulty in detecting your presence. From afar, I shall do my best to provide you with ground on which to fight and phantom allies to aid you. As for the internment, I have yet to think of a foolproof method. Internment shall not be necessary. From here, I can sense Angie's essence, but it is scarcely recognizable. Hephaestus was more ambitious with her than he was with hegemony. She has been transfigured such that barely a scantling of herself remains. We can but take comfort in what a mercy the underworld will be to her. Greek Anatolian possesses male and female. Oh, closely associated with Sibel. Oh, wait, is that the dude in SMT that's got like mummified and chopped up into pieces or something? Symbol of wild and uncontrollable nature. This trait the was considered threatening by the gods and ultimately led to her destruction. Addis. Okay, but like, you see why I thought that? Like, the names are surprisingly similar. All right. This was Bill's lover. He was unfaithful, and Bill drove him and his father mad, and they castrated themselves. Fun! Bill is not to be crossed. Yup. Oh. Hello. Well, that's... Well then. Someone just jumped off. That was fucking amazing. Jumping around within the little barrier, and as soon as the barrier went down, off the platform he goes. Bow of Addis. Oh boy. Okay. I see. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure that's the tone I'd use, but yes. Oh. Okay, yeah, that was... I was just waiting to die. I got through the last raid too easy. Carbuncle, there you are. This fight is wild already, like goddamn. Well, I'm dead again. Okay. Okay, healer LB3. Good. Damn it. So I'm making up on the no death of last time. Okay. That was intense, holy fuck. Okay. That... The moment Aegisthus was slain, the flow of ether and pandemonium focused keenly on this location, creating a tunnel of sorts, through which we could quickly convey ourselves. It was almost as if we were ushered here. The space was created with care, and concealed with powerful wards. Only a key ward would have been able to detect it, and even then with great difficulty. Ergo... way I could restore Tartarus to order. I am afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. It has been too long, Master Labrea. Likewise, keyword Aegisthus. Angie. I should not be surprised that you were able to break free of Hephaestus' spell, even diminished as you were. It was not an easy task, even with your aid. His curses dig into one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating a path through the madness. And thus I am able to appear before you now. Even while my body was powerless to resist Hephaestus' commands, some small part of my logical mind stood alone in defiance. It even managed to speak to the outside world. Report! That was you! Doubtless you recognize my voice from the many times I have called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that kept me from succumbing to hopelessness. But I have greater purpose here than simply saying my farewells. There is something I must show you, that the tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present. Forgive me for what I am about to do, Master Labrea, but the story must be told. It is the only way to understand Hephaestus' fixation on Erichthonius. No longer can you hide your heart away. Hephaestus. No, the mask marks him as La Brea. Master La Brea had brought an end to Lady Athena's life, and sealed away a part of his memories and emotions within Hephaestus. These are my recollections of the moments following. You truly have no intention of revealing the truth to Erchthonius? My lesser half is now buried where none can find it. It would be wise to do the same with our memory of this day. Blood should not sway the spirit, but Athena's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. Erchthonius believes that he feels love, but he is shackled by dependence. He could not bear the truth. His dependence makes it all the more important to be open with him. He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which shall inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame for Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred? If that is what comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burdened with hatred than the knowledge that Athena thought his body and soul mere tools, to be used and discarded. Even were I to tell him what his mother plotted, he would ever seek reasons to believe that the true fault lies with me, or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubt, free to serve the star from his parents' shadow. Erchthonius loved his mother more than life itself. Yet, the dreadful truth you've borne all this time. Such is La Hebrea's nature. Is every action, every word a solution to life's great dilemmas, and none to spare for his own. What I have revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I shall leave it to La Brea to paint the rest for you. And for Erchthonius, I hope. Thank you. I guess, Angie. I always admired you, you know. What choice did I have when you sacrificed so much to guide our star to the heavens? Hephaestus has doubtless sensed that his final keyword has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us here. If we are to face him, we must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. Well, that was fucking heavy. Angie was ever a bold woman, even in her final moments. But she would unearth the secrets of my past for all to look upon. Still, full glad am I that she faced you as her last opponent. I could think of none more worthy to send her soul off to the other side. One final wish. Okay. It's your Persona dungeon. It sure is. The vision you saw told the story far more eloquently than I ever could. Athena was consumed by her research, and was willing to sacrifice her own child if it hastened her progress. She did not offer him a position here out of a sense of love or pride. It was merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject. I see now why you hid the truth from him. I cannot say with certainty that Ericthonius could handle the weight of such betrayal, after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long. Hey, yo, you're not me, Hephaestus, to trigger the boss battle. Unfortunately, it seems not even her death has ensured his safety. Hephaestus has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating an hemithoi. I know not what his ultimate end is, but 'tis plain it is connected with the resurrection of Athena. That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we have returned Ericthonius to safety, in accordance with Angie's last wish. Very well. I can at least assure you that finding him shall prove relatively simple now that Hephaestus can no longer bend Pandemonium to his will. There's but one place left for him to find refuge, the Black Heart of Tartarus, where Athena built her testing compound. We can assume that Hephaestus will offer fierce resistance. I must focus my every effort on securing a safe means of approach. La Habrea, I would ask that you assume the duty of summoning Ione's Phantom Warriors. I have no objection. My ability to fight within Tartarus would be greatly diminished in any case. However, I wish to deal the final blow to Hephaestus myself. There's no need to dirty your hands with such a deed. I take it then you have no intent to seal him away as before. The presence I felt when I encountered Hephaestus bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand he has become something far more wicked, and the same magics that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events play out again, and so he must be extinguished. Well then, I shall open the way forward. May we finish this together. Fun FF2 GBA fact. Ooh, always down for more fun facts. 8th circle is now accessible. Also, I can't help but notice that we're talking about the creation of demigods in the past. while the actual gods are in the present. Something tells me that the Aglaia raids and whatever comes after Abyssus is going to be interlocked somehow. And that's kind of interesting. They haven't done that before. Anyway. Didn't I kill La Habrea? I sure fucking did. Two versions of the Emperor at the same time, back to back. Demon form in hell and his angel form in heaven. Ooh, interesting. Well, actually, come to think of it, I didn't actually kill La Habrea. Gordon did. Like, he used La Habrea's soul to summon the Knights of the Round. Ooh, interesting. Hi, Eric.
Ericthonios is mine, heart and soul. And with your death, none will be left to stop me.
I'm actually surprised there's voice acting in here. Perfect imperfection.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison. From molten flame my servants rise. Out of my sight! Leave not with ash in your wake! Then sink sorrow into your heart!
And
I'm tired of this farce!
okay. Well then. Also, considering how he's fighting, are we looking at technically the first summoner?
Behold the fruits of sacrifice!
I see.
You will know my rage!
Okay, I'm just gonna stand with the rest of y'all. Oh,
You are afraid to be consumed.
getting shades of true ogre in this form. Well, okay then. I gotta say, I love the design of this. How his body changes when the chains break off and everything.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice. You will know my rage. Sate your foulness.
I wasn't paying attention.
From fulgent flame my servants rise.
What is a god to a godslayer? Yup.
Then sink sorrow into your heart.
He is definitely doing a JoJo on us. I think it's time for a healer LB3, but
I shall see my wish fulfilled.
there we go.
You are afraid to be consumed. but ash in your way. A fitting death. Claim my servant's rights. I'm tired of this farce. Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
Ooh, almost went too far.
Who's praying before a god? Perish in flames and race. Sate your boundless hunger.
We're here now. And oh god, nope.
From fulgent flame my servants rise.
Okay. Take two.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
Apparently, there's some lag going on for some of these guys. I'm not getting any lag, but
From fulgent flame my servants rise.
I've seen a couple people mentioning lag spikes, so...
Out of my sight.
Oh god. Wasn't paying attention to that.
With ash. Let deep sorrow into your heart. I'm tired of this farce. Behold the fruits of sacrifice. You are prey to be consumed.
Oh, come on. I wasn't looking at either of them. Okay, I chose the wrong thing. Okay. And I'm down.
I shall see my wish fulfilled.
At least it seems like we've got more of a handle on the fight this time.
You will know my rage.
Also, I like that this guy, one of our healers, just has fucking medical scrubs for his glam. I appreciate that.
From bone. But after your way. Out of my sight.
Hey, I actually avoided getting petrified for a change. Also, I just realized that one of his spells is just straight up Exterminatus. Oh, I didn't get the res off.
I shall see my wish fulfilled.
Okay. I tried to get the res off, but summoners don't have access to quick casting res, unfortunately. Also, I'm just noticing the primary person complaining about lag spikes is one of the healers, which might explain a few things. So we're going to be down a healer as they restart their PC. So may have to find a new healer. Vanderbilt dance. Till then. I am not the party lead, so I cannot start a vote kick or anything, so I'm just gonna clear out my inventory while we wait. I've got a lot of shit, I'm just noticing. Hey. I need to actually earn shit in, it looks like. I mean, wait, this actually needs to go in a different tab. Let's put that there. That. Wait, I know all this stuff just needs to be sold is the big thing. We're just basically cycling out the entire party, you know, from the looks of things. Okay, we've got a full party again.
Fulgent flame my servants rise. Out of my sight. Leave naught but ash in your way. And seep sorrow into your heart. A fitting death. Of sacrifice.
Also, I'm just noticing the white mage that we have now is actually doing like AoE shit that the other white mage was not. That might have had a little something to do with things as well. Fuck. See, I didn't even hear the bonk. Tank cluster, I don't have to worry about that.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
Yeah, I got burnt to fuck. There we go. Okay, back in it.
Perish in flames and go forth and shake your foul son. Fulgent flame my servant's rise. Let deep sorrow into your heart.
Getting there this time, I think.
I shall see my wish fulfilled. You are prey to be consumed. Leave naught but action your way. A fitting death. From fulgent flame my servants rise. I tire of this farce. Behold the fruits of sin.
Getting there.
You will know my rage.
Ooh.
Praying before a god.
Almost.
Perish in flame temperance.
There we go. Okay. Boot. See that? There we go. I got the wind-up boy. Chain of events that led to this moment began with my error. When out of mercy I confined you here. Now I break it, and leave no trace of you behind. This is not over. I see you will not go peacefully. Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, though such an impulse must speak to the overwhelming arrogance of my other half. The name Hephaestus shall grow to eclipse yours. None shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Erchthonius' dream to life. You speak as if you care a whit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? There are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruins. As for Erchthonius, he knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role to deceive and manipulate? I wish you would claim the name Hephaestus and call yourself his father, yet you bind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words and your pride ring hollow. Athena wanted her son by her side, and he desires to return there. What wickedness is there in mending a broken family? Athena cared not for Erchthonius, beyond how he could serve her ends. You claim to be acting in his interest, but 'tis plain you are no different. As I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide the star true. In service to that vow, I silenced the whispers of my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Yet he is still my son, and I'll not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. You who are not the utter or bitter dregs of Athena and I, the very worst of us. Mother, she... Oh, then who... How do I... Trust in La Habrea this once. Just once. I hear you. I owe you and Themis an apology. Ina, whoever, La Habrea, I will have my say. How? His mind was mine! Can't explain. Ayane's words reached me through the haze. They rang loud and clear. As did the words of another, A voice much like yours, but resounding with the truth. Blah, blah, blah. Words. How? When did you master these bonds? Oh, we've endured much worse. You worthless! You... Had to get my anime scream in there somehow. Well then. Not sure I like the implication of that. Yes, my failures have borne fruit after all. So, here's the thing that I'm not sure I like the implication of. The way that, Emmett basically awoke the memories of Asians as, throughout time and everything, were through those stones. If Hephaestus was sealed in one of them, like, La Habrea was one of the unsundered, I guess. So he theoretically wouldn't need his memories reawoken. But if he had that stone on him for thousands of years, that would go a long way to explaining the madman that, we saw in A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Word. You did well, son. With Hephaestus' essence contained in this crystal, we may safely return Erechthonius above. That he would bind Hephaestus with only half his senses intact. You quite understand his adeptness in the art of internment. It was hardly what I had in mind, but a fate deserving of praise nonetheless. So, La Habrea, I'm just gonna say, you might want to blow that crystal to smithereens while you can. Let's see. That. Truth imperfect. Feel no trace of Hephaestus' poison in your mind, and for a blessing it appears your body is none the worse for wear. Hi, Elidibus. I made my way here as soon as I could. I no longer sense Hephaestus, and the force assailing Pandemonium's barriers has ceased. Are we rid of him for good and all? I don't like how neatly this is all wrapping up. Like, something's going to happen. Elidibus was keeping this area from, just kind of warping in on itself during the fight. He was just concentrating on not letting Hephaestus bring other monstrosities to attack us. I see. Despite his muddled senses, Erechthonius felt that to seal Hephaestus' way was the proper course. It wasn't so noble as that. I only knew something had to be done, so I acted. Habrea, was that how you dealt with Hephaestus in the past? Indeed. He was naught but the parts of my memory and soul that I had cut away. A mass of ether without a material vessel. Storing his essence within a crystal was the most logical choice. On that matter, I believe the time has come for you to share the rest of your tale of Hephaestus' creation and Athena's end. I heard your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of a deep pool. Mother wished... use me. I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what happened here, and what drove Athena to act as she did. I'm ready. Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the Words of La Habrea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of for her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the means of creating a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly, though we can enhance and alter our physical vessels, we have ever been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations. Such limitations we were not meant to surpass. We sought to enter the realm of the gods. Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it. For most, the thought would be an idle fancy, considered once and then discarded. Not so for Athena. As leader of the Wards of La Habrea, I spoke with her often about transcending our being. From an academic perspective, the challenge has plagued countless researchers throughout the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could meld with a creation. Okay. So Asians can possess people? Like, the first time you fight La Habrea is while he's in Thancred's body. Just saying. Just gonna put that out there. The weakness of one would be mitigated by the strengths of the other, and the result could be something greater than we have ever imagined. I am not surprised, no, but it's still going a long way to explain La Habrea in A Realm Reborn. Not gonna lie. Although it was but a theory, Athena insisted I develop it further, curious about every detail along the way. Our conversations became more frequent, and our platonic relationship grew into something much more. I take it I was born not soon after. Just so. I believed she bore true affection for me, and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandemonium was built and she requested to lead the researchers, I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside our relationship, her accomplishments as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiments she could devise. And when you found out what she was doing, you killed her. I made haste to Pandemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Angie to keep watch from Tartarus's vestibule as I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. As for what occurred next, it is best to see with your own eyes. That me? You are well aware that our respect for our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandemonium, are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this? But indeed, so quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. You must have known you could not conceal this from myself and Angie forever, as you well know that I cannot allow it to continue. I shall say this but once. Release Ericthonius, else I shall have no choice but to strike you down. I would meet my end at the hands of none other. However, ere my time is come, I will have you know the why of it. Then you will not desist. Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option. Feelings of one weigh little against the needs of the entire star. Of course, of that I am well aware, but you did not deign to descend from your lofty heights simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations. What possessed Athena here? Okay, you got me with that one. What possessed Athena, peerless researcher and mother to the son of great La Habrea, to embark upon the path of her to her downfall? History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserves one. Give me your hand, La Habrea. Oh, I didn't see the rest of that. And I couldn't... that was not manually advanced. Possible. You bonded your souls? Aye. That the boundaries between us would cease to be. He offered me everything. He understood. So, the Ascian Prime fight in Heaven's Word wasn't the first time he fused with someone. But to see Elidibus framing that as a bad thing, because, like, that's really interesting. Because, like, when you fight Ascian Prime, well, Habrea, mentions, this is the true power of the Echo to tear down the boundaries of the soul. This is really fucking fascinating in the context of A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Word. Holy shit. I found myself unable to refuse. At that moment, my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me? I am become thee, memory and mind. And I thee. You feel it? My heart, all that I am. Yes, as if it were my own. A fathomless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, transcend our mortal flesh, and bleed into a higher plane of existence. An unquenchable... Oh, that... The past, while Habrea saying that. Okay. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought spared for another, for the star. How disappointing. Yet what is known cannot be unknown. I have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise the memory, the seed of desire remains. And when it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the selfsame fervor. We'll dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption in my soul ere your rotten insight spreads. Was my weakness that let this wickedness fester, but never again. Today I cast aside fickle emotion and abide in duty alone. Today I renounce all that I was, and live only as La Habrea. Thus did I forsake the part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, sealing it within a crystal. Never did I think I would one day face those memories made flesh. Forgive my bluntness, but your actions bordered on insanity. To go to such lengths to escape your memories, you nearly rewrote your very existence. Rest assured, the change did not go unnoticed by our colleagues in the Convocation. Agiorn and Emmett Selk in particular made plain the suspicions they harbored. As well they should have. You escaped with your life. That you escaped with your life is nothing short of a miracle. Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think to one day make use of the knowledge it contained? I will not deny such considerations played into my decision, but my main motivation was fear. I had never attempted such a feat before. Those symbols are sigils of the summons from FF12? Yup. Like, the Convocation of 14 actually takes their titles from the various scions of FF12. Like La Habrea, Emmett Selk, Agiorn, all those guys are mentioned in the legends of 12. With La Habrea, I want to say La Habrea was either bound to Belial or Exodus. I forget which one goes with which. But, like, remind me after the stream and I'll look up the table, you know, kind of showing who was associated with what summon in 12. The one thing that I do know off the top of my head is that Elidibus was the one bound to Zodiark in 12. Which is extra funny to me since, you know, Elidibus is the way you learn the Zodiac summon in Tactics as well. And they kept it for 14, yup. Like, it's honestly kind of neat how they reworked some of the lore to fit 14, but still have that parallel. The crystal was my sole recourse should something go awry with the remainder of my soul. In hindsight, to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures, and prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Hephaestus doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should. Yet in truth he was but a puppet pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. His goal was not to raise himself high. He thought only of seeing his dear Athena live again, that she might finish what she began. Yet for all of that, he and I were alike. Yet we shared a fatal flaw, you see. Our need for control blinded us to other perspectives. While I was enthralled to Hephaestus, you called out to me. What say you now? Does La Habrea speak true? Yeah, he's alright for now. Yeah, said. Now it's your turn to do the same. Want to know one thing. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was best for me? But knowing how I felt about my mother. The La Habrea I know had a fatal flaw, after all. I'm still not convinced. I have said all that I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me, or not. The La Habrea I know holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in his path. When you return to the surface, you'll doubtless don that mask once more. But before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say... Thank you, Hephaestus. Awkward silence. I don't like those DNA strand crystals. All that was the intro for a quest. I forgot that we started by accepting a quest. I've heard enough. There is more I would yet discuss, but we should first return to Pandemonium's gates. I'll gather my thoughts on the way. Okay. First, I'm going to go ahead and use that. Also, put this over here. That there. I need to also just be so I can turn those in. There we go. Oop, it. Had my fingers in the wrong place. I owe you an apology, Ione. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaestus was so easily able to take hold of my mind. I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis hadn't chosen to brave the chaos occurring in Pandemonium, then I would never have known La Habrea's story. My father's story. Dad, I mean, it was a bit of both, I think. But yeah. It was a tale I too was fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Azim upon my return. I cannot help but wonder how much of this she foresaw. I'm afraid I cannot allow that, Elidibus. So long as you retain control of Pandemonium, there is work to be done. But of course, I shall first free the remaining warders and restore this place to its former glory. Using the facilities in Tartarus, we should be able to reverse the changes made to their bodies and minds. I shall stay behind to oversee the process. As well, but I must yet learn why I was considered the key to Hephaestus' experiments, and how he intended to revive Athena. Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid the pursuit of the knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed. I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hephaestus' essence, that this mistake may never again repeat. I see no reason to gainsay your judgment. There is yet the matter of your crystal, however. Truth be told, I had not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hephaestus' ether. I was struck by how wholly different they were. Wait, you know I have Azim's crystal. There are several, La Habrea. There are several. There's another. I kind of have Azim's. crystal. Imbuing a crystal with memories is a simple process. Storing a message, a warning even, is something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the present company, and Asm, was aware of the plot unfolding within Pandemonium. Then why would they not make themselves known, even now? No threats remain. I don't like where this is going. Perhaps it was one of the other warders. You'll question them after they are freed. That task may take some time, a resource I'd rather not steal more of from you. Return at your leisure, and we shall share our results then. You've done more than enough for the time being. I am of the same mind. Leave the loose ends to us, and continue upon your journey. Or, if you are so inclined, take a much-needed repose. This talk of journeys smacks of Asm. As well it should. She has pledged to keep moving until she has seen every corner of the world. If you do find yourself with a spare moment, you might bring that crystal of yours to La Habrea. He may be able to offer some further insight. Until then, my friend. So, I'm not sure what the ramifications are of mentioning the crystal that has been sending messages through time. And let us not forget, in the present, there is a single dude searching for a similar crystal. I'm just saying, I'm starting to get Lavos vibes, and I don't like it. On the other hand, if they actually make Lavos into a fucking raid, I will lose all of my shit. Like, all of it. I will die of happiness. Why, if it isn't Ayane. Excuse me if I'm not my usual chipper self, but we have not been without our difficulties in your absence. You see, communication with the airship Professor Claudian commissioned for research was lost some time ago. And now we have quite lost track of where he might be. And to make matters worse, Nimgigi has just sent word of an unusually large amount of energy coming from somewhere within the ethereal sea. I was just on my way to the telescope, in fact. Please, you must come with me. I don't like this. Holy shit! That's not good. That's a bad. That's a very bad. What is that? Is it real? Why is it that whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind? Oh, hi, Fortunal. Sorry I gave you a different voice, but... And you too. Professor Claudian's assistants, I take it. As you arrived before me, I take it you are involved in this. I would thank you to furnish me with an explanation. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I'm just as scared as you are, buddy boy. What the actual fuck? Well, the research summary you submitted to the forum gave us no cause for concern. These details are alarming.
The professor's last message indicated he was on his way to Az's Law, but we know not whether he ever reached his destination.
Excuse me for a second while I rub my temples. Because I swear to God, if Az's Law has a fucking eldritch monstrosity that they've just been keeping there, I am going to have all the words with Emmett Selk. Since, you know, he was also kind of involved in building the Algan Empire. A rash endeavor, even for Claudian, but he has ever allowed the thrill of discovery to cloud his better judgment. We have no recourse but to entreat to Ishgard's aid in searching for him. As for that unsightly fortress which materialized in the ethereal sea, pandemonium was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the ethereal sea and continue monitoring it for further irregularities. You two, submit a detailed report to the forum at once. Doesn't it already have Bahamut? No. Bahamut has been dealt with, thankfully. Like, he is all dead. Az's Law is where the Warring Dryad was kept, but they're dead as well, thankfully. That said, Az's Law also has an Algan museum that has a bunch of the Algan, science experiments, including the Ultima Beast. That was, modeled after Atma Weapon from 6. Oh, yeah. Why we didn't make it, the Algans did. At present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask for your assistance at such a time that our investigation has concluded. Very good. Now, if you will excuse me, I must apprise the forum of what has occurred here. Emmett allowed it? Yup. Okay. Just when we need him the most, Professor Claudian remains unaccounted for. He even brought the crystal with him. We are left with scarce few straws to grasp at. While I am but a lowly assistant, even I can see that our two current problems are likely related. Same party or phenomenon may responsible for both. Somebody forgot a B in there. Conversely, I see now that my unexperienced imagination failed to do Pandemonium's pitiless virus justice.
I can only wonder if the facility itself traversed the ages. Did the creations within do the same? What of the keywords? But answers to these questions shall come in time, I'm sure. For now, I must do as Master Fortunal asked and write that report. As for you, Ayane, pray, get what rest your responsibilities will allow. When next we call upon you, I wager we shall meet you in prime condition.
Okay. Need that quick time. So, real quick. Just to kind of remind y'all what As's Law is. They're concerning. I intend to. It's just a matter of having so much other stuff I want to do as well. Reminder. This is As's Law. That is just kind of hanging out with all manner of ancient eldritch science experiments. And that spike ball over there, that's the museum. That's where Tiamat was being held captive. Up here is where we can see the remains of the Warring Triad. Yeah. Do a quick flyby for each of the statues. Yeah. Now, if we go into dungeons, to Heaven's Word. Okay, where is it? Or was it a Stormblood? Yeah, Fractal Continuum Hard was a Stormblood. Wait, fuck. Raw. I forgot to hit unrestricted. Heaven's Word. Here we go. We'll make him blow up that museum or Sid. I just want to show off what is in the museum. Also, keep in mind, this is the second time you go through this museum. You know what? Fuck it. Go away. For Zelda. I actually have one of those as a mount. Also, this dungeon implies that the Ixal, the people that, worship Garuda, are an Allegan creation. Oh. Eric didn't see you guys spawn in. Lawmasters do not care about your feelings. Not at all. There we go. Oh, okay. That was weird. Yeet. Monolith from SMT. Yup. Also, I would just like to point out that the Alligans just kept these dudes in fucking tubes for amusement. The Alligans were into all sorts of interesting bullshit. I mainly just am still going primarily because I want to show off the final boss of this dungeon. Because that's basically what did happen. Except the earthquake and hurricane were Garlean. This is what happens when Garlemald just kind of crashed a ship into it to find out what was inside. Waiting for everything. Yup. But it's even worse than that because they were also sort of cyber Rome-ish. Yup. So here we have the Ultimo Warrior. I'm sure these holograms of the warring triad behind him don't have anything bad, associated with it. It's been a while since I've done this fight, so I'm just kind of eating all the attacks. Probably should not be doing that. Okay. That was on me. I can absolutely solo this. I was dumb. Oh. I had my finger on the wrong button. Like all these bodies are just kind of hanging out. And then there's this guy who's just fascinated. You're real good in dungeons. I mean, yeah. We all have our talents. I was just channeling my inner dragoon at that moment. Okay. Oh, he's going after Sephiroth this time. Neat. Okay. He's dealt with. Oh yeah, I remember that particular crab. Hi, buddy. That guy is just stuck. I get the crystal. Ah. Okay. Before I go any further, let me do something real quick. I want to remind y'all, this is a museum. The Algans just fucking put this thing in a museum. Unfortunately, no, it's just the generic Stormblood boss theme. I do appreciate that its version of Flare is a reference to the Flare animation of 6. Decisive battle is in the game, but that's used for the first phase of the Warring Triad fights. Oh yeah. Fuck as is law. Right here, I'll pop into one of them real quick. Oh no. Hope that turns out okay for you, Nix. Yeah, decisive battle plays here. Also, battle with the 4 Archfiends is in this as well. Okay. USB port? Yeah, I hope so too. Here, let me pop in and just kind of stare at Barbarisha for a bit. Well, I can't, actually. Interesting.
Oh my god!
I want to do Barbarisha again anyway, just for the hell of it. I'm just gonna go ahead and queue up while I do other stuff. Okay, first things first, I need to turn some stuff in over here. I really like the Barbarisha fight, not gonna lie. This is the wrong teleport spot. Derp. Thin branch, that's what I'm looking for. A cheese sandwich, nice. No, we have not fought Rubicante or Cagnazzo yet. Scarmillion and Barbarisha, however, have been fought. This is also not part... What am I doing? Okay, Quarry Mill. See, that's the place I want. It has been entirely too long since I've been in A Realm Reborn areas. Okay, this is the place I want to be. Good. Sort of. Aha. Take a second to get my bearings. Okay. Neat. Okay. Hopefully the iron trim stuff will be... Hey, this is gonna be, like... A Realm Reborn stuff, but... Yeah. But still. What is this? I see. Hey. Merchant. We're not a merchant. Are you a merchant? We're not a merchant. Merchant! Here we go. Okay. Sell you, sell you. You, 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 you. All this stuff. There we go. That stuff I need to hang on to. And this stuff, I don't really have much other places to put it. I am this stuff in my saddlebag. Probably put that away as well. There. That down here. And yeah. Like, this stuff I was holding on to for crafting purposes. Yeah. It's a little better at least. Move stuff around at least. Or not. There we go. That's a little better. Denim material. Are they gonna ready up? Okay then. Bring that up.
Such rich, exquisite beauty. My head swims with anticipation. Oh no, God! Strong and free.
Yeah, I got greedy.
You feel it too, do you not? You've done well to last this long. But the battle has only just begun.
It feels weird to me that Barbarisha is hotter with short hair than long hair.
I'll make it. Don't underestimate me. Feel my fury. Know your place.
So many AoEs.
take it.
You know, it just occurred to me. I have no idea what this fight would be like on the extreme difficulty.
Feel my fury! Know your place.
There we go. Oh, come on. I can't get a good picture or good look at her face. Because every time I try to look up at her face, despawns. Boo. Okay. Anyway. I think that's where I'm going to call things for tonight. I definitely needed this chill night. I say chill, but ended up raiding all night, but whatever. Anyway. Tomorrow, we'll be back to Wargroove. But in the meantime, thank you all for coming and hanging out. And I will catch you all next time. Till then.